Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We're due for an Eden run here. It was last run the soy milk run? I think it might have been. That was a weird one. Eden, not the Lost. Istanbul, not Constantinople. What the heck is going on here? Also, why is the frame rate so bad? So we got like Placenta, I think is that blood thing. And also Mr. Boom. I guess I probably should have been clear that we had Mr. Boom. Okay, Bloody Penny is a good start. Let me just figure out what the heck is going on with the frame rate here. Maybe something running in the background. Skype has no messages. I don't know. I have a feeling it'll fix itself in just a moment here. Please don't make me restart the game. I would really desire not to restart the game. We'll try to sign out of Skype now. It's been fine. Like, Skype has been fine with it for, like, you know, 100 days, but that might not be an exaggeration for once. I can't just restart the video. I'm in the middle of a streak here. Oh, there we go, finally. So it was Skype, or at least, you know, combined resource failure allocation. Look, okay, I'm not necessarily a computer guy yet, even though I did build a small capital quiz game in Java, as I like to call it, because it's a silent J, not a violent J, is what I've always heard. Let's take the pill. And let's try to use Mr. Boom, maybe, to find a secret room, or at least give it the chance. Figured it was probably worth a shot. Yeah, the health upgrade is obviously good here, and honestly, this is a pretty solid Eden start. We're very fast. The extra HP helps out a lot. Robo Baby 2.0 is god-awful, except in the super early game, it might be okay. And Placenta, you know, it is what it is. The HP from it is acceptable at the very least. Robo Baby 2.0 actually can do a half-decent amount of damage here in the early game. And Mr. Boom, you know, it makes up for any perceived inequities is what I'm going for, I think, in our consumable gain. So, you know, we should still be able to find secret rooms or second secret rooms as a result of it. I may just want to use it against the boss. We'll see. But one thing's for sure, with Bloody Penny and the Placenta, certainly, you know, I'm going to save my bomb, because it really looks like Robo Baby 2.0 can just finish this off super easily with his piercing shots, which is awesome. Anytime we get the opportunity to use Robo Baby 2.0, I'm a fan of it. But I'll be looking to maybe get 5 cents for an arcade on the next floor, because Placenta and Bloody Penny will help us out a great deal with that. Let's try here for a second secret room. That's very unfortunate. An early Eternal Heart would actually be awesome for me, because 3 HP is, I mean, considering our damage, very, very good for what we've started with. Normally, you wouldn't expect to quite be at that level yet. Oh, Jesus. Hopefully there's one more room available here, because I have unfortunately used Mr. Boom, and there's a Tinted Rock and 2 bombs that we can get so easily here. Looks like our secret room is only in like 1 of 2 possible locations. Please don't be a sacrifice room. Okay, life is good. We even got another key out of it as well. And honestly, I'm starting to learn to appreciate Robo Baby a little bit. Sorry, Robo Baby 2.0 here a little bit. It's actually holding it down a little. Not a ton, you know, I still would not... If I was doing an Academy Award speech, I just won Best Supporting Actor, I would still be like, you know, this is... And everybody who helped me out. You don't get a specific mention necessarily for this. But... You're helping a little bit, and I appreciate that. I had a feeling we might be able to find a secret room there, and we did pick up our other bomb as well. Ooh, interesting. Not great. Very bad. Broke even. Pretty terrible. And sort of okay. Alright, that was a very weird turn of events. The Tears downgrade is cataclysmic. I really dislike that, but everything else went okay. We didn't lose any HP. We got a Tears down and a Balls of Steel pill, effectively. And a lot of information, which is maybe the most important thing about that that whole endeavor there. I gotta say, our damage looks pretty good too, and I don't think that's fully because of Jesus Juice. Okay, we've only got 3 cents. An arcade is so tempting, but I think we're gonna just try to look with our 1 remaining bomb for the secret room. So I'm gonna try right here. We got lucky and money. Oh, Master of Unlocking. Master of Unlocking is really good, but I think I'm going to stick with Bloody Penny, just in case. You know, it's a nice way to hedge our bets. At the very least, good damage on that floor. The Tears downgrade sucks. HP did go up by 1, and we picked up a few Spirit Hearts as well. So I'm not fully super disappointed with the way things went down. Obviously, sure, it didn't go quite, you know, if I was planning my Super Sweet 16, I would have done some other things there. It's not 100% the best it could have gone, but that's okay. Mongo Baby's okay. Twice the fire rate of other familiars. This is what we want here. Twice the fire rate of other familiars. Really hoping for a small rock there, but without a small rock, that's okay as well. We can just make it work with 2 extra bombs. It's looking all right. For once, I kind of wish I had a little lower HP so I can get into this room, especially with no chance of a blood bank unless we just get one randomly. I love the Emperor card, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop the Emperor card here. We're going to walk around this way, and we're going to try to do this diagonally. Ended up giving us the Chariot. Now, the Chariot, I think, is a perfect card if you have to use it on the floor that you're on, which we pretty much do. So let's just pop the Chariot here, go to town against Monstro. And it's not quite going to be like a free Monstro fight, but it's not particularly far away from it. I think that was worth the risk there. Timing still looks pretty good. Caffeine pill scares the crap out of me, but there is an HP upgrade. We did not get it, but there is one. Okay. And as a result of using the Chariot card, we actually got to save Mr. Boom, which allowed us to use it there. What wins here? Krampus's head or Mr. Boom? You know what I'm going to say. It's Krampus's head. Let's take our pill. It is a speed upgrade, which is totally fine. All right. Yeah, you know, I'd say by and large this worked out pretty well. We got a better spacebar item. Caffeine pill is okay. It's 2 speed upgrades and lowered our hitbox, I guess. Or not low, you know, shrunk our hitbox. I think there were rocks back there, so that's probably not our secret room. Let's just continue exploring on this floor. Certainly I wouldn't classify anything that's happened on this floor as like a major coup for us yet. We still don't have to deal with the Devil Precedent because Krampus's head didn't cost us any HP to pick up, so it's somewhat unfortunate. But at the same time, I think we did the best with what we had available as well, so not going to be too bent out of shape about it. Do have possibly the amount of money or an amount of money to make our shop worthwhile. This would have been a much better room for Krampus's head, although knowing my luck or my lack of skill with this item, I probably would have just used it when everyone was pointed downwards anyway. So I don't know what we would want in here. I think it's an HP upgrade. Yeah, so we'll take that. And honestly, I think we'll just leave for now. Sharp Plug doesn't really benefit us all that much, I think. Let's blow this up, hope for some money. And because we've already seen... Well, this could be good as well. Hematemesis? Not really. We got back to full HP, though, and this one is another speed up. It was fine. You know what? I'm going to blow you up in the hopes of getting just, like, 2 more cents. And that's exactly how that went down. Our pill, unfortunately, was a speed down, but that doesn't hurt us that much. And now we have 10 cents to play this Judgment with. Now, I don't think that there's a huge chance it pays out, but I'd give us maybe like a 55% chance. That's just kind of talking out of my ass, but we'll see. One more. Hey, we got something we don't really want. And it's a health downgrade. I know people are going to be like, oh, that beats the Emperor card, so I'm going to take it, because I think they're right. Late in the game, the Emperor card's so much better, but early in the game, sure, this is fine. So, he technically did pay out with an HP upgrade, just in a weird fashion, so that's alright. Obviously, we want to stick with Krampus's head. The bottle of pills, fairly inconsistent, unless you have PhD, or Virgo, I suppose, but this is obviously my least favorite boss to fight. The only thing that's worse is being on the Cathedral and having to fight the Super Envy version of this, in addition to like 3 different Envy versions of this. It might even be 4. I think I was being hyperbolic, but in the wrong direction. So this is going to slow us down quite a bit, but to be honest with you, I'm not sweating the idea of us doing boss rush. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're not in Balls of Steel right now. We're just trying to, you know, we're the Cal Ripken Jr. of this right now. We're not the Mark McGuire. We're never going to set a home run record for most dingers in a regular season. I hate using that word, but I love it because it's so silly. Dinger. We have anything worth using Krampus's head for? No, but we are starting to hemorrhage some Spirit Hearts a little bit. We should really cool it down on that a little bit. But you know, we can be consistent, which is weird. I never thought of myself as a consistent player in this or in anything, but it's possible we might be able to fulfill that here. Of course I'm going to do it. So we got Nod Leaf, Obviously, I think we've got Bloody Lust here. Gotta be honest, our Rate of Fire seems terrible. We have the Relic and Demon Baby. This seems re-rollable to me. I'm gonna tell you my dirty little secret about the D100. I think the D100 is secretly one of the best items in the game. Now, unlike a lot of the other best items in the game, it has the potential to, completely fuck you. There's probably like a 1 in 20% chance that every time you roll it, it just completely screws you over. However, it's the only item in the game that by getting it, pretty much guarantees you a winning combination if you just live long enough. And by pretty much guarantees, I mean it might literally be 100%. One of your rolls is going to work out if you use the D100 enough. Yeah, we'll check this out down here. More HP can not hurt us right now. I really think the D100 is sort of underrated, and I'll admit that there have been times that I've contributed to that where I've been like, oh, I'm not taking the D100. We've got a sure thing going already, you know. I don't need to be any more absurd than we already have been. Okay, let's not completely throw this here. However, we gotta go. However, I really do feel like this item is somewhat underrated and can be truly amazing if you're just willing to give it a chance, because it's going to give you a good synergy. I don't know if there's been any times that I've gotten a bad synergy with D100. Now, you might argue this synergy is worse than the one we started with. That's going to happen, especially if you're starting from a good position. You're going to oftentimes reroll it into a shittier position temporarily, but long term, you're looking so good. And actually, I mean, this synergy isn't even bad. It's just the fact that I've taken some shitty damage and Bloody Lust started with no damage upgrade for us. That it made it look worse than it actually is, but it's actually pretty freaking sweet. I mean, are you seeing the damage we're doing with Bloody Lust now? That being said, I am going to reroll it because I want something zanier. And we do have a spacebar item we could roll with if we want to. Do we know this pill? Tears down? Well, why don't we put the tears down and reroll that into something else? The health down could still be useful for us. And then we got to speed up out of this one. What do we got here? Bob's Brain, Soy Milk, Holy Mantle. I can tell that's Soy Milk just because of the Rate of Fire. That one looks pretty cool, but I'm going to reroll it because we had Soy Milk recently and I hate it. We got Tech Point 5, Infamy, Aquarius. Really low range and small tiers, but our damage actually seems pretty good. And our Rate of Fire, well, at least Tech Point 5 seems to be firing a lot of the time, so I don't know if that's based on our luck stat or what. But I think that we can definitely roll with this against the boss. Why are we getting so many red chests? It's freaking me out a little bit. But every extra Spirit Heart helps. Okay, this will be a good test. We'll see how we do against Mega Fatty. As of right now, I think the damage we're doing is acceptable, but maybe not, you know, truly incredible. So I would probably be looking at another reroll. Of course, the thing that is a little risky with D100, I'm not talking about the ability to breakfast yourself, but the thing that is a little risky with the D100 is the idea that you don't really build momentum, you kind of manufacture it. It's like the difference between drafting a good team and building one through free agency, you know? You have no item loyalty, you have no concept of how you got to where you got. We're admittedly just going to try to reroll ourselves into a situation that's fun, or funny even. I think we should stand a pretty good chance to get there, though. We'll see what our deal with the devil here contains. This is a run that you can build on, but it's not truly amazing. I kind of don't want to take this yet, but I'm going to take it. The odds are we're not going to be able to do anything else with it anyway. Like, what I'm thinking is I want to be able to use this health down as a health up, but that's probably not going to happen regardless. I'll tell you what, let's buy this and leave. Now we got a ton of HP. Ooh, I like this. I think this is what we're going to stick with. Even if our damage sucks, homing tier, I'm assuming that's homing tier, although now that I think about it, that could be a charm tier. We'll see on our first room here. And both technologies, we've got almost like a little, yeah, it's homing tier, sweet. We've got like computer savvy going on right now, which is a really fun run, so I'm definitely going to stick with this. And we could get rid of D100, or, well, I mean, we're going to get rid of D100. But what are we going to get rid of it for? Like the unicorn horn? That's the only other item that's available here. Unless we find a, like a spacebar item in here or something. Which looked like a very obvious secret room location. This, I'll admit, damage-wise is going to leave a little bit of room to grow. To put it politely. It's not feeling particularly strong right now. But at the same time, the double synergy associated with it is so cool that there's no way I can I can rebuke it right now. So thank you, D100. I think... Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that's a good point. We should. It's another D100 well spent, I think. We took what was a fun but kind of, you know, run. A run that wasn't necessarily guaranteed for greatness. And now we've turned it into a run that is probably going to be a lot more fun. And thanks to all those speed upgrades, Samson's Chain was actually able to get us to that point. Is it worth bombing our donation machine to get the map? Honestly, I think probably yes is the answer to that question. Mapping is so good. Yeah, we'll do it. I was hoping to get an arcade on the next floor as well. I mean, that would be super good for us, but we gotta, I guess, have our priorities set. I think the map is totally worth it. Hopefully we'll get enough money to get both. We only need 20 cents, yeah, so we're gonna be at like 17. This should do it, and hopefully we just are, oh, come on, you're gonna make me do it again. We'll get enough money back, hopefully, from our blood bank to be able to play our donation machine some more. But anyway, there. We're back at 9 cents. We got mapping. This is very solid. We got 0 bombs left, so we're not going to look for a second secret room or anything like that. And it is down to the next floor. Again, D100. Just one floor's worth of D100 can really set you up nicely. Curse of the Blind scares the crap out of me. Got a double key room. Also scares the crap out of me. I might exercise my right to not reroll our whole run here because I really like the setup we've already got, but a 5 room would have been fine, and it turns out it's all for naught anyway. It ended up not being relevant. Oh, come on. The chain was over top of the rock, and you're going to tell me I can't get in there? Ringworm. I don't think it does anything with technology. We'll find out. No, it does nothing. Okay, maybe if I, like, do this. There we go, we got the key out of it, and then that worked. Maybe you have to have, like, a minimum speed or something associated with it. I don't know. Okay, let's check for, hopefully an arcade up here. That's why we got the money. And with the battery, we can get a lot of plays out of the blood bank without getting hurt. But even if we get hurt, it's kind of like a good thing. And also, hematemesis, if there's an arcade, is actually solid. And even if there's not an arcade, is actually solid because of the... Oh, Jesus. Help. Help! Man, not quite as much damage as I thought, huh? We'll use hematemesis to get in here. Open both of these up. And that's a lot of HP, which actually makes me feel a lot better about things, because this is one of the few ways in which it could have gone south if both of those paid out with something absolutely terrible. But I feel like with hematemesis, there's a lot of hearts on the other room that it's, you know, we're going to be able to get back. Kind of expecting some bigger gets there, but that's okay. I'm fully realizing now that our damage is actually just, like, god-awful. It looks more impressive when we're fighting flies. When we're fighting, like, real bosses, it's just abysmal here. That was just poor dodging on my part. I moved way too fast. So we could really, really use a deal with the devil here. I'm not really skeptical about our chances on this run. I think we've got good utility in a lot of different areas. Our damage is piss poor. But on the bright side, we very rarely miss as a result of the fact that our shots literally home in on our closest enemy. Or whichever enemy we're pointing at closest anyway. But we're probably going to be slow temporarily here. And we are going to get back to full HP. Still got this health downgrade in case we find a deal with the devil that lets us give up, I don't know, 7 or 8 HP. Probably the smart money is on that not necessarily being too likely. There we go. 1 down. Too close. Too close. And I'm not talking about the 1998 smash hit by Next. As much as you could be confused, because I often do talk about the 1998 smash hit Too Close by Next. A song that's actually, and this is, you're gonna think I'm joking, it's about getting an erection while someone is dancing with you. Baby, when we're grinding, I get so excited. Ooh, what is it? You know I like it. I try, but I can't fight it. I apologize for my terrible singing voice, of course. I figured let's go over the top here, try to get a Balls of Steel pill, because we're about to ruin our chance of getting a deal with the devil here. Not the kiss of death, but a little dangerous. Made less dangerous by the fact that we have Bloody Penny and 8 HP containers, but still. That's good to know right there. All the songs on You Requestin', We're Dancing Like We're Naked. Ooh, it's almost like we're sexin'. That's the opening. And, you know, how do you know that, Northern Line? Because I listen to it all the fucking time. Let's not kid anybody here. Dry Baby, that's really good. That's the opening verse of Too Close by Next. So it really, like, it's one of those songs that shows up all the time in these, well, because I read trash content on the internet, but it'll be like lists of like, you won't believe what these songs from your childhood are about. And they're like, Too Close by Next is actually about a dude popping a boner while he's grinding with a girl. And I'm like, yeah, he literally says, you know, the exact meaning of the song. It's just people didn't listen to it because the beat is just so smooth. Anyway. He basically goes, there's almost a line where he's like, my dick's hard. Again, all the songs on you requesting, we're dancing like we're naked. In case you missed the subtext, I have an erection. Nothing there, huh? I'm not even looking for a magic mushroom, just any kind of like attribute pill would be fine. I pretty much hate this room for homing tears, apparently. I can't, you gotta stay straight, man. There's a tinted rock, and ooh, small rock. That's actually very useful. One of the better damage upgrades in the game for sure, and we could really use that, so I'm very happy we got it. Let's see if we finally earned ourselves a deal with the devil here. I didn't realize we were only on the Caves 2 at 18 minutes. That is very, very slow. Why are the nubs not getting hit by this? I'm like trying to maneuver myself in such a way as to make that possible. Alright, well we know that this Gertie never shoots. So, I can almost do some funky stuff. I was totally wrong. We don't have both forms of technology. We just have a Robo Baby. Oh well. Why don't we just do this as well? I was trying to get like Samson's chain in there to maybe stay still and do damage, but whatever. Oh, we got angel runes instead. Fantastic. Another HP upgrade is getting a little silly at this point. Sure, why not? Scapular. Scapular's pretty good. This is shaping up to be a little bit of a slog, I've got to admit, but if it's gonna be a slog, I'd much rather have like you know, 9 HP than 1.9 HP, that's for sure. And small rock is such a good help for our damage. But I would endeavor to get any more damage that we could possibly get over the rest of this run, please, if possible. I'll admit, though, the dry baby pickup is nice, and I can't really complain about that. We don't have an arcade on this floor, if I remember correctly. Can't see the map. I don't really want to buy anything with Curse of the Blind active, because you never know what it's going to turn out to be. We haven't been to the Curse Room, but I think I'm just going to head down to the next floor. A little bit of a cop-out, but still. That's not a cop-out, that's coffee, and it is the perfect temperature to kickstart my brain. Okay. What are my other... Let's assume that we get no damage for the rest of this run. What's our contingency plan? How do we get out of this? Well, first off, I resent the idea that we gotta get out of this as if it's some kind of, like, suboptimal run. We got technology homing tiers. Low damage is a very small price to pay for such a cool-looking synergy, wouldn't you say so? I would say so. There's a couple of easy ways. 2 orbitals, maybe even 1 orbital, Sacrificial Dagger, or even Ball of Bandages, or Big Fan, or something like that would be a huge help, just to allow me another opportunity to deal damage, especially while using the Unicorn Horn. IV Bag and Bloody Lust is, I suppose, maybe even impossible since Bloody Lust has already showed up, but we have seen situations where, like, we had Small Rock, D100'd ourselves out of Small Rock, and then bombed a Tinted Rock and got Small Rock back. So maybe it being in D100 doesn't take it out of the pool that can show up, it just takes it out of the pool that can be D100'd. I know it sounds weird, but I think that might indeed be the case. There's options. Mom's Purse, I think this is acceptable. Mom's Purse allows us to take a second trinket. Obviously, there's options is a big help. We'll buy the Spirit Heart after we go through here. Honestly, that was not worth it. But what's done is done. We also should use, or endeavor to use, Samson's Chain to break the skulls whenever possible. Obviously, it didn't work out quite according to plan there. I still do want to donate to our donation machine as well. Hopefully that'll be doable on the next floor. You know what? It's not worth a bomb, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just in case it was worth a bomb. So, there's options helps us out a great deal as long as we're not saddled with Curse of the Blind. I'm very happy to have that. Let's not lose our Spirit Hearts. These guys can be a touch tricky. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I've done this to myself. I can't really deny that. Although, I guess what am I concerned about at this point? There goes our chance. Am I concerned about not getting enough deal with the angel items? That seems like it's a little bit rich. Probably not that necessary. Hopefully we do get the deal with the angel chances, though, because you never know when, you know, a rogue godhead or something like that will come in and make your life easier. Could you please get close enough for me to hit you? Thank you. Maybe not the best room to use Unicorn Horn on, but whatever. We've already been to the right here, I think, but gotta go back. Okay. I know that there was a red heart there, but there's red hearts everywhere. I mean, that's the beauty of having Bloody Penny right now. This is like exactly the same room. But for some reason, I'm like, you know, we don't really need it on this floor. We'll go back for that, obviously. I don't think I'm playing sloppy. I think I've gotten saddled. Well, I mean, okay, on this floor, I have taken a little damage. I probably shouldn't have taken. Pardon me. But I've been saddled with a little bit of poor RNG. But it is my own fault that we have this poor RNG, if you know what I mean. Like, I think I have poor RNG, but at the same time, I had the D100. So if I wasn't happy with the RNG, I should have stopped, you know? Should have kept going, I guess, taking a different item. There we go. That could have gone better, but still acceptable. Oh, come on with this. There we go. We got one. I don't even know what I guess I'd be looking for just good cards out of them. I really think that this is almost unlosable right now. That could be good. Cricket's head. Ooh, sort of worth it. Yeah, I really feel like this is sort of unlosable. At the same time, I'm obviously like a little scared about it. I want to save that until, you know what, I'm just going to take it. I was like, I want to save it, but we're probably going to be fine. And now I look at this and I'm like, oh shit, we're not going to be fine at all. But even if we're not, it doesn't matter that much, and I don't trust myself to not come back, or to come back for it. So, that's a lazy play made in knowledge of my own laziness, if that makes sense. I know how lazy I am, and as a result, I was like, we should really get that now, because I don't trust myself for the future. The Mind is an amazing pickup. It makes me feel a little silly for picking up the... We'll just use bombs for this. It makes me feel a little silly for picking up the map earlier, but still, I think it's very well worth it. Could gamble on that a little bit. I really don't want to pick this up yet. Please don't get hit on this room. That's the only thing I'll say about this, is that I could squander my Eternal Heart very simply here, but I wanted to make sure I had 2 charges left of the, or as many charges as possible, I guess, in that situation, of the Unicorn Horn as possible, because we can maybe get through the rest of this floor without having to attack anything with our actual tiers, which is amazing. So we've got 3 battery charges. This room does not make sense to use it, and that's okay. This room absolutely does. Plus, we picked up 2 Spirit Hearts, so obviously we're in a pretty good position with respect to that. I am an idiot. I knew that my invincibility was running out, but at the same time, I was like, we can probably eke out just a little bit more. Quite a long run right now. That's okay. There's no problems associated with this whatsoever, necessarily. I'm still holding out hope that this 9 lives, or this health down ends up being useful by way of a 9 lives, or maybe like a, I don't know, an Abaddon or something. Well, if we're gonna use Unicorn Horn, it should be on the ghosts, because I didn't even know if we could hit the haunt like that. We ended up being able to hit the haunt like that, but it wasn't necessarily something that looked guaranteed. So, if we stand like this, we actually can hit both of them at the same time. Actually, we can do it from here, which is way better for us. Okay. No deal. I think that's completely reasonable. What's better here? HP or maybe like another trinket? I think we have to try for the other trinket right now. We got so much HP. The world? Tears down. Wow. I guess we'll take Mysterious Paper with us, because we can. The World card makes no sense. Neither does Health Down, but we're going to keep rolling with it, because that's what we got. Alright. An arcade. Yes, there is an arcade. Fantastic. We had a low chance of getting a deal on that floor anyway, so I'm not super down on myself for not performing maybe as well as I hoped that I would, but of course you'd always like to not take red hard damage. Most of it is preventable. Another health down pill? Well, if we come across a very, very unique set of circumstances here, we might be able to make this work for ourselves. Oh, we have a black heart, which is great because it means I can go to this curse room pretty much guilt-free. I want to crush as many of these as possible. But the main thing that dictates whether or not it's possible is how long I'm willing to spend here. We'll say, oh, we're at the HP cap because we already have so much HP. But we can go back for that one anyway, so... What do you got for me? Guppy's Paw. Okay, we gotta think about this. Guppy's Paw. Is there any value for me in having Guppy's Paw? Well, I could finally use the... We have no orbitals? No, not really. We could finally use the HP up or the HP down as an HP up, but I don't think that's really that valuable, honestly. I think I'm happy to just have it as a cat piece and then move along. You might be saying, well, that goes in contrast to what you're always saying, but this is a fringe situation in which I think that red hearts are better than spirit hearts because of the fact that we have Bloody Penny. So I think it's much more important for us to keep Bloody Penny and raise our chances of survival. So that health down pill is like never gonna work, man. It may, but it's so unlikely. Let's just make our way back up here instead. We're still desperately on the lookout for damage upgrades, which have been unfortunately quite hard to come by so far. I don't think of this as being in a dangerous position really at all, to be honest with you, though. I think we're still in a great position. We're just lacking that one attribute that would really take us to the next level. That's awesome. Yeah. Let's check out Book of Sin for a while. We might want to take this with us, but at the very least, we'll get one free consumable out of it. Okay. I think we play the blood bank first. My reasoning for this is that we have Bloody Penny, so we'd like to make as many pennies as possible, just to see where our HP kind of ends up. And as far as I'm concerned, we can afford to go very low on this one. And I think it's better not to use Unicorn Horn here. Probably better to use it for other purposes. Offensive purposes, basically. I don't know, what was that, like 100 plays, and it still didn't work out? It happens from time to time. I wish it didn't, but that's okay. We've built ourselves up almost back to, well, might be a little rich to say almost back to full HP, but not too far away from it. Child's Heart is something that we will absolutely roll with instead of Mysterious Paper. Then we'll start hitting it from the back to the melody of Roll It Slow, but now I gotta get up in it fast because I'm a finish last. No matter how much of a thug you see, I still spit it like it's R&B. Come to the club with me, and when some Luther come on, I hope you're still gonna be feeling me and be in love with me. Finally. Again, I sort of feel like this is the right choice right away because of the fact that we have Bloody Penny. Obviously, we have to be a little careful. Our HP could get somewhat dire here. But we're hoping we get a good payout here as well. Speed up is fine. Usually this guy pays out a little faster than the blood bank. Might as well just get rid of it, take it off the screen. This would be great if we had Fanny Pack with us. Or Piggy Bank would also be great. If we get those in the shop, I would like to. We don't need any more speed upgrades, I think. You gotta have something for me, dude. Come on, it's getting a little crazy here. Okay, I'll tell you what. Just to keep us on the safe side here, let's go back and blow this up. And blow this up. And any HP that we get would be nice. Not quite as much as I hoped for there. That's okay. He's got something for me. I can say, hey, there we go. Joker card. May want to, well, we'll definitely want to hold that. Okay, that's good. Contract from Below is really, really good, actually, with what we have going for us right now. We did leave this behind. Okay, well, that's what I was hoping for. Contract from Below means more pennies, means more Bloody Penny payouts, means more red hearts. So I'm actually very happy with this. We're still not going to be able to do our boss trap room. And we got to be a little cautious in the immediate future. Money, please. No money in there is actually, like, devastating. But we have to be a little cautious in the near future because obviously we're lacking immediate HP. But that's, you know, the hope is that this is where our shop comes in here. And unfortunately, it doesn't really. That's bad gas. I think we want to donate as much money as possible. Maybe we want to pick up Nun's Habit followed by a Hive Mind. I also think we want to blow this guy up because we've got a surplus of bombs. Ah, crap. Blow this guy up because we've got a surplus of bombs, and I need HP back. I hate to do this donation machine after giving you so much money. I hate it, but it's got to be done, man. Even just getting a little bit of extra money feels like it's... Or extra HP feels like it's pretty useful right now. Although I'll feel like a real ding-dong if there's just a bunch of red hearts in here. There's not. Okay, we might as well, I think, go pretty hard on this one. See if we can get... I don't know what we'd even be looking for now that I think about it. So we'll blow it up. And we got a full red heart. And not a half, but that's okay. We're getting back up there in terms of HP. Yeah. It's not quite as bombastic as I was hoping for. Little frightened. I think we're mostly okay still. That was a really risky floor, or it still is a risky floor, because I really want to avoid, you know, damaging myself too much to not get huge advantages, but I think it was worth it, and we didn't pay too much for it, but that's sort of the something we can only tell in time, you know? Yes, please. Come to my window like a Melissa Etheridge song, and, just let me, murder you. It's gonna take a long time. Just prepare yourself for the fact that we are gonna be on this room for, a not insignificant amount of time. If this was Balls of Steel, I would not be in a good position right now. We'd be looking at, you know, like a sub 90. That's not good enough to make it in the finals, I think. But it's kind of a fun run regardless. That's the most damage we've ever done to Mom right there. In a way, we got a little screwed that we're fighting Red Mom, but honestly, maybe we're super happy to be fighting not Blue Mom. Maybe I should be thanking my lucky stars instead of being mad about it, you know? I would like some dry baby hits, though, if possible. So close. So close. And we could even qualify for an Angel Room naturally here. A Devil Room? What the heck is going on? Definitely we want the Polaroid. Let's see what we got going on in here. Okay, Death's Touch is not debatable. The other ones are debatable. We could take them. I kind of feel like I'm okay with Headless Baby and we'll leave the shovel. Now we have Deal with the Devil precedent, so we probably won't get to fight Mega Satan. That was unlikely to happen anyway. Curse of the Labyrinth means that the Joker card is actually worthless on this floor. Which is actually okay. We can use it on the Cathedral instead. Save this... Okay, cool. Save this floor as an opportunity for me to maybe get back to decent amounts of HP. Which we pretty much actually have already accomplished, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Oh, that was his creep? I make that mistake far too often. Very sorry to do this, guys, but you guys are a little too tempting for me. I can't go through with this. Plus, you are full of delicious candy like a piñata, so I had to end your life, unfortunately. Now, we do have there's options about to pay out once. We're definitely not going to get a Deal with the Devil on this floor now. Well, probably not, but we didn't really want one anyway, because it's just a trip down to Shoal. So we'll take, or we'll keep our unicorn horn opportunities here. I don't really want to go to the curse room, to be honest with you. Our chances of becoming Guppy are pretty much nil. That's good. I'll take it even though it ruins our invincibility. We're still not out of the woods yet on this one. I mean, why not, right? This actually may be a great opportunity for us to pick up Conquest. I'm a big fan of, like, if your run looks like it's real shitty, pick up White Pony or Regular Pony. I think they actually give you some pretty solid utility. The ability to fly, a lot of extra speed. The spacebar effects of both of them are pretty shitty, but I think that we'll probably end up taking the White Pony here. The Unicorn Horn is not good enough to, you know, waste time crying over losing it. And it'll be free. We'll take the Spirit Arts with us after the Mom's Heart fight, and then we'll use the Joker card immediately on the Cathedral. Maybe pick up something great, maybe not. I still think we're in a pretty good spot. We could also just take regular HP if we wanted, but think that's necessary. Alright, so my thinking is... take out the eye lasers first. Ugh. Okay, seriously, like, don't die on the mom's heart fight. That'd be real bad for business. Throw down some bombs if you can. Might as well speed it up a little bit. You know, we got 20 of these. We might as well get some advantage out of them. This fight has actually gone okay. We're gonna lose some of our empty heart containers soon anyway on that Joker play, is the idea anyway. How was this possible? That one dude lived despite getting hit so many times. Also, what kind of, what item do I have on this run that is making my shots do so little damage, even with Small Rock and, Death's Touch? I mean, I know Small Rock and Death's Touch not necessarily blowing the doors off by themselves. I'm just saying that it's a little surprising that we're still doing so little damage even this late in the game. Alright, so definitely we use the Joker card. And, it's an interesting one. I think Rotten Baby's an easy choice. Whore of Babylon makes almost no sense. I do think Book of Belial is probably worth it, even though it's costing us a little bit more HP than maybe I'd originally be comfortable with. I think the extra damage we get out of it is important, and, you know, our problem, like, I like to take, if we don't have a choice between one of the premier spacebar items, which is not fair because, certainly, Book of Belial is one of the premier spacebar items. But anyway, I like to take spacebar items that eliminate a weakness, and certainly our weakness right now is damage, so I think that this is definitely almost a no-brainer. Like, we can't fly anymore, but we don't really need to fly on the chest too much. There's a couple enemies that have creep, but not too many, and, you know, no rocks to fly over or anything like that. And our speed is high enough that it's not gonna, like, really compromise our maneuverability that much to not have the ability to fly anyway. So this is a no-brainer, and actually like a pretty sweet deal with the devil choice for this late in the game. I'm actually very pleased with the way that it worked out. Saving bombs. I know we could bomb our way through these rooms. I'm saving bombs just for now, just in case. You know, you never know if we need to bomb our way through 15 rooms on the next floor or something like that. And which we can't do, but I mean like bomb damage-wise on the next floor, which we absolutely can do. I forgot that with Rotten Baby we picked up Hive Mind, so Rotten Baby is even a better pickup than I had originally pegged it as. And may actually be one of the few things keeping me in this from a damage perspective. This is actually a lot closer than it looks right now. Like, this looks like a win automatically. It's really not. We could start losing, you know, 2 or 3 damage per room on the chest pretty easily. But I think that we're going to be saved from that fate by the fact that we have a little bit more damage, pretty much entirely as a result of that Joker card, honestly. I think that Joker card is going to save the day for us here. More Spirit Hearts would not hurt. Okay. I am still pleased with that because it probably allows me to get back to full HP. And it does. We'll stay at the invincibility level for now. This is not so bad. Admittedly, we should probably use Book of Belial. It's a, you know, standard Northernline problem is just not using Book of Belial as often as it's available, but that's okay, I think. You know, as long as we have it for the boss fight, that's the big yes, yes. You know, I've tried to come up with an analog to a no-no. Like, if we have no-nos, we should have yes-yeses. That's all I'm trying to say is, you know, keep it fair here. We definitely do want that. I mean, that'll take us back to 8 HP. We'd like to be at 8 HP. We'd like to be at 12 HP. You know, we're not worried about deals with the devil anymore, and we have Bloody Penny Child's Heart. So the more red hearts we can stack up in succession, the better it is for us. And that's why I didn't take it yet, because I was worried about taking some extra damage. And let's be honest, we're probably going to take some damage against Isaac as well. Our damage is pretty bad, but Book of Belial should make it a little bit more doable. Alright. So if we take a lot of hits, we still have HP to come back for. So I'm thinking, let's just not take any of that extra HP sitting there right now. As long as we don't get hit like 15 times on Isaac. Well, it's not actually 15, but as long as we don't get hit like, I don't know, 7 times on Isaac, we should be fine. I'm trying to get Dry Baby positioned in front here. It's not as easy as you'd think with it being so far back in the pool, but or in the orbital setup, but I think maybe we've got it going on now. Hopefully I don't have to move too much to kill the angel fetuses because of the homing tears. Alright, that went totally fine. Alright, now it's all... Oh, jeez. Now it's all about rotten baby flies. Every single one of those that lands is like 2% of his HP, which doesn't sound like a lot, and to be honest with you, is not a lot at all. However, it is the easiest way for us to do damage, and it stacks up fairly quickly. I think we might get through this without getting hit at all, which is actually pretty nice. At this point, that's what I should be striving for on these Isaac fights, but doesn't always work out that way. So we'll have 8 HP for the next floor. Still hoping on no curses and like really, really hoping on maybe some half-decent items on the chest, but we don't have control over that, so we'll just basically be along for the ride, and our winning strategy comes down to take as little damage as possible for fuck's sake. Otherwise, we're in a wild spot. No Curse of the Lost would be very nice. Almost a 50-minute long run. Thanks a lot, D100. Curse of the Unknown is scary, but let's keep in mind we have 8 HP. That's a real shit haul. Yeah, there's nothing of value there, basically. So we have 8 HP. We're gonna count it every room, even though it seems ridiculous. Still have 8 HP. Good. Just gotta knock one of them out here. Once one of them is gone, our life becomes substantially easier. No more charges would also be amazing. Alright, just maybe one more charge, that's okay too. 8 HP. And a secret room coming up. This room is probably the easiest room you could hope to get on the chest, so I'm very happy about that. There is some creep down there that is not mine. 8 HP. Now, careful of these mushrooms. We're looking for a magic mush, or, well, something that's not a tears down is a big help, I'd say. Any kind of pill that is better. Hematemesis, maybe. I could see hematemesis being good. Health up. Jeez Louise, long time no see. Health up again, okay. So we are at 8 HP with... This isn't the one that I want. We're at 8 HP with 10... Well, 7.5 HP with 10 containers. 8 HP with 10 containers. That's going to be hard to remember. 8 HP with 10 containers. Previously, we were at 8 containers, but I only had 7.5 full. That was my mistake. Oh, 8 HP, 10 containers. 8 HP, 10 containers. I need to know this because I need to know when to pop hematemesis. Unlike Bad Trip, you know, hematemesis doesn't tell us when it's the best time to use it. So I've really got to be careful in my calculations. We might even want to pop it just when we get down to what I think is 2 HP in case we're wrong. 2 golden keys. Worthless. 8 HP, 10 containers. 8 HP, 10 containers. 8 HP, 10 containers. 8 HP, 10 containers. I'm alive. That is crazy. 9 HP, 10 containers. Nothing more? We're getting there. This might be worthwhile. It should be a fairly easy room, but we might as well use Book of Belial once before the boss fight. 9 HP, 10 containers. Uh-huh, it's my shit. 9 HP with 10 containers. Few times... Okay, it doesn't really fit to the lyrics of Holla Back Girl. I don't know why I chose that as my song for the mnemonic, but this is where it gets a little dangerous. 9 HP, 10 containers. 9 HP, 10 containers. Oh, okay. 8 HP, 10 containers. That's alright, we got closer to a Book of Belial charge. 8 HP. Oh, okay, 7 HP, 10 containers. 7 HP, 10 containers. I don't know why you gotta use that voice for it, but it's okay. Thank you, Rotten Baby. I appreciate the flies landing. I like when you're so far back in the rotation that you're basically spitting the flies out right at the enemy's face. 7 HP. 7 HP, and don't forget about the 10 containers part. That's important. I want to do this room, and I feel so vindicated in that it was so easy. Just in case it's full of red hearts. Okay, well, there we go. 10 HP, 10 containers. This is much easier to remember. Hopefully we never have to use this hematemesis card. Or pill. That would make my life way easier. This is gonna hurt. Oh my god, we snuck out at the last possible minute. Like an indecisive girl going to the junior prom. Okay. It's 10.5. 10 and, well, not really 10 and, well, now it's like 9. No, we lost our Eternal Heart. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to get a Spirit Heart back here, so let's just not take another hit. I've decided that that would probably be for the best for us. But we have to try not to kill that one last, which was actually very hard with Homing Tears. Okay. It's good. It's a good situation. Why are all my familiars... Oh, they're just slow. Alright, I don't know. I've decided that our best strategy is to not get hit against Blue Baby, and then as a result of that, I don't need to actually remember where our HP is. So I'm just standing behind the Dry Baby here, and it's actually still... Oh, I still got hit there, so maybe that's not such a great option. But that's only 1 damage. We gotta take like at least 7 or 8 before I find myself in a truly terrible spot where Hematemesis is necessary. We're in our final phase of the fight here, basically. Just gotta watch out for the teleportations. Dry Baby helping out so much. I mean, you gotta admit, this is a pretty disappointing run given the circumstances. I really was hoping for a little bit more damage than this. Instead, it ended up being 46 minutes long, which is indicative of not having, like, any damage at all. But we still won, and we'll be back with a random run next. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.